Well, hey, everybody, welcome to another show. Jim Hall, You Ought to Know. Let me tell you, first off, as we start this show, you can go to our website anytime and take a look at all the shows. Watch your favorite show at yououghtaknowtv.com. That's yououghtaknowtv.com. Now, on this particular show, we're out on a bright Saturday morning as we do this particular show, and we're right here, Smoketree, Junction, Antiques, and Station, and they've got all kinds of music going on. There's food out here. They do this the first Saturday of every single month. But you'll get a chance to watch Smoketree Junction Station right here as we do it on this show, because you ought to know. You're going to want to watch this one, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Jim Hall, You Ought to Know. I told you we're in Pinion Hills, California. We ought to go out on the road. We go everywhere. In fact, you can watch all the shows at yououghtaknowtv.com if you don't see them on the channel, on Charter, Cablevision, Time Warner, Cox Cable, and, of course, Verizon Fios. Well, today we are talking about, this is going to be a unique show. We haven't done one of these in many, many years. This is going to be a show talking about antiques, and right here in Pinion Hills, we have the Smoketree Junction Antiques and the studio. First off, let's introduce both of you.
Hi, I'm Sandy Hemingway.
And Sandy, you are?
I'm owner-operator.
And you are?
Sherry Cater.
And you must be?
I'm manager, I guess.
Okay. So everybody gets a little bit of something going on here. Now, this is unique. I got a call about this and said, you need to come check this out. Now, you do a unique event first Saturday of every month. People can mark that on their calendar, right?
Absolutely, yeah. This is our 5th monthly, and it's growing every month.
Now, will this continue on even during winter time?
Absolutely, yeah.
So
Winter, spring, rain, shine, whatever.
Okay.
People
will be able to get out here and get in the elements, so to speak. But there's a lot more to Smoketree Junction than just that. So let's start a little bit about the history. Talk about Smoketree Junction.
Okay. Wow. We have been here since November. The property was utilized as an antique store in the past, going back to about 1983. And it's been a variety of different things. It just recently became empty, the larger building of the two. So we decided, Sherry and I, who went to high school together, to venture into this unique, as you say, opportunity. We do offer stuff in our store and in our surroundings and garden that no other store in the high desert has. We like to reutilize items and repurpose things and have an eco-friendly, price-conscious attitude. We know we're all kind of in a economy, and we try and make things ecologically friendly and green.
Well, I'm going to ask one of those questions because everybody seems to be, and I've heard the talk out there, they have been watching television shows, all the reality shows. And so we've got the Storage Wars, we've got the Pawn Stars, we've got American Pickers. And when we talk about antiques, I'm going to ask you, antiques, what makes an antique? Age, time, the look? What is it?
It is age, and you will find some antiques here, but you will also find some, we have a lot of very talented people that like to go to garage sales, that like to go to thrift stores, and they have an eye for something that we can repurpose, and we can just set it around, and we can upcycle it. And that's something that we like to use that word a lot. It's upcycled. And Sandy's very talented here, and there's a lot of very talented people here, and we have some amazing artists that take things, and we'd like to keep things out of the landfill, and that's what our purpose is here. And so it's fun to look around, and people love it because our price point is amazing, and so I think that everybody should come by and have a look.
Well, they can certainly come by and have the look. Now, let's first off talk about where we are again. Pinion Hills, we're up on the hillside. We can actually look back over about 12, 15 miles away is Victorville, out to the east of us a little bit. And so you're kind of situated in a unique situation, but right off of Highway 138 here.
Roadside destination is basically what we have taken opportunity of. A lot of the traffic that you see go in and out of this highway pulls in here. So, yeah. It's a great location.
The location is great, and you get some great views out here.
we're a sleepy little town. The population of Pinion Hills isn't very large, so we feel like we are the heart of Pinion Hills, right here at this intersection, the Junction.
Well, you mentioned a few things that you had here, and I want to go back to those, and we'll talk more about those as the show continues in the other segments. But you mentioned you have the store here. There's the studio here. You mentioned gardens. And so there's quite a unique array of things that go on here.
Yeah, exactly. The antique store is basically set up in areas where we have different vendors. So each dealer will actually fill her spot with their desired style. The studio we created because there are a lot of talented people locally. So we have original blacksmith items. We have
different artists that can take some barbed wire and some just about some chicken wire and make some amazing different things with it. So we're always looking for new artists, and we talk to them on a daily basis, and they come in and they just are in awe. And if they have items that they want to put on consignment, we give them a venue to do it.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about that. So you have vendors that actually rent space from you. We'll find out how that works. I can actually be a vendor? Or is there a waiting list right now?
We do have a substantial.
This is a popular thing, so I thought I'd ask. So there is a waiting list. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We're here in Pinion Hills. Highway 138 near Oasis Road is where we are. And if you need more information, there's a website.
Smoketree Junction Antiques.com.
SmoketreeJunctionAntiques.com. So you can go to that one and check it out. Stay with us, everybody. We'll be right back, simply because, like with all of our shows, you ought to know. More yet to come. Welcome back, everybody. Jim Hall, you ought to know, in Pinion Hills, Highway 138 is where we are, and we are here at a unique situation. This is Smoketree Junction. It's antiques. The studio is here, and a word that you guys used in that first segment with me was upcycling, and I like that. It's not recycling, and it's not manufactured antiques, although there is a popular trend out there to take old things and kind of shabby them up or do some things with them to be creative, right?
Yes. We actually do have a lot of that because it is very popular right now. So we have several of our artists that do just specifically that. And as you walk around inside, you will see some of that in some of the different areas because we have quite a few different vendors.
If I do that sort of thing at home, or I take a piece that's fairly old and I do something, whitewash it and paint it and streak it and make it look a little, am I devaluing the antique at that point?
Not at all. And I mean, you wouldn't want to take a precious antique and do that to it, but the upcycling term came from recycling takes energy and resources and money to recycle glass, bottles, plastic, tires, whatever. By upcycling, you're taking an item with very little effort, just the creative juices in your head, so to speak, and you're upcycling it into a new material, new item, whatever. You can take hubcaps, make a great work of art. This flower is recycled coats, it's sheets and old pants and whatever. You can take anything and repurpose it into something new. So upcycling is a cost-efficient and creative way.
Well, we talked about this being a destination point, and you pointed out some people. We'll probably get a chance to see them here in just a few moments. Actually travel from San Diego, you said, to come for this event first Saturday of the month?
Yes, that's correct. And, another upcycling is our chicken coop. We have completely taken out of two piles of fence, barnwood, and we have completely upcycled our chicken coop.
Old scrap barnwood, fencing, and whatever you had, and just made a chicken coop.
Materials. We have a fence contractor that has just two piles, and eventually, he just continually takes it to the landfill. But instead of taking it to the landfill, can we please use it to make a chicken coop? And so that's what we've done.
So I guess a little creativity, a little imagination, you can pretty much reuse about everything.
Absolutely. Every scrap of wire, every piece of cloth, every rock, every leaf, everything that we see in our day-to-day journeys, we can create into something new, and so can every other artist here.
Our artists are amazing, and if you go online, you can see what some of these artists are doing, and it is simply amazing. And they walk through here and when they are that creative, it's phenomenal what they can do.
Well, we've talked about this being a destination stopover where people can come not only the first Saturday of every month, but you're here around the clock.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nighttime? No.
We're open till 6 now with the weather being great. We are going to start doing evening events, getting us into 8, 9 o'clock at night with live music and entertainment. Monday's the only day we're closed. So other
Monday
than that,
is a down day, and everybody kind of recycles, upcycles, regenerates. So that still takes a little energy there. Now, I talked about this, again, a destination, and back there in the background, people can see this garden, and they can see the walkway, the old signs back there, and you're not going to turn this into Mrs. Knott's chicken house now, are you? I have to talk about that's Lucky.
This is Lucky.
Here, Lucky.
This is Lucky.
Tell me the story about Lucky.
Well, we have raised some chickens. They were sent through the mail at a day old, and we've raised them, and we've got them here in the chicken coop for the kids to feed. And I'm just getting ready to raise. I just had another shipment sent in, and so we actually also collected a few ducks. So now we'll have ducks and chickens for the kids to enjoy.
Well, this isn't your everyday run-of-the-mill type chicken. I can tell by the plume. I've had some birds over my time. So what type is this?
This is actually a Polish. They consider this a Polish, so it's a little bit exotic, but it's fun. Something that they don't normally see in their backyard, so it's a good conversation piece.
Now, back here in the gardens, are items that we see now back here behind us, some of the trees and shrubs and the different things going on, are these for sale back here?
oh yeah, every plant that you see in the yard is native to the area, so it'll tolerate the frost and thrive. We just got our color packs in. Every pine tree, every fragrant society garlic. Sherry's our gardening.
Now, how much of it is decoration back here, or can I pick back here? Can I say I see a Route 66 sign back there? Can I offer on it?
Yes, everything back here is for sale. Everything is for sale. So there's a lot of artists, and everything back here is on consignment. The swing, the tractor, all of the signs, all the fountains, the wheelbarrows, all of it. And it's just different concessionaires that just like inside. They'll walk in and say, I have garden old farm equipment. And so, I say, I have a yard that you can put it in. So it helps decorate. It's a nursery. It's just not your everyday run-of-the-mill nursery.
All right. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We're going to be right back and talk more. I know I told you and teased you about the waiting list. We'll find out what it takes to get on that list. And if you want to be a vendor, what it takes to be a real vendor dealing in antiques. Maybe you had some experience with that. We're here at Smoketree Junction, and it is Highway 138. You can go to the website, SmoketreeJunctionAntiques.com, if you want more information. Stay with us. We'll be back simply because you ought to know. There's still more yet to come. Welcome back, everybody. Jim Hall, you ought to know. We're in Pinion Hills, as I told you. We are here at Smoketree Junction Antiques, and in fact, check out the website, SmoketreeJunctionAntiques.com. Or better yet, if you want information, call the phone number, 760-868-8806. What's that phone number? 868-8806. Almost has a rhyme to it, doesn't it? So let's reintroduce you.
Sandy Hemingway.
And Sandy, you're the owner here, and Sherry.
Sherry Cater?
Now, we met Lucky back there. And no chicken soup for Lucky.
No chicken soup. No chicken soup.
Now introduce this lady right here to me.
This is Karen Frazier.
And Karen, you have what here in the store?
I have interior decorating and a wardrobe business.
Yes, you do. Now you're actually the fashion of the hat. I saw one of those for the royal wedding when that happened.
They came to me. Yes, absolutely. Consult me all the time.
Now I understand that wardrobe is available. People can actually come here and get wardrobe if they want to do shoots or pictures or...
Absolutely. We do workshops as well, and just give us a call. That's what we're here for.
Okay. Next to you, Sherry, who do we have here?
This is Lee Hansen, and she takes care of our wonderful flea market that we have.
You can see back here the flea market's going. Now, is this a tough thing to do?
Not for me. It's in my blood.
It's in your blood. You're one of the original fleas, huh?
I am. We're now on AmericanFleas.com as of 2 days ago, and since I'm in marketing, it's just natural. I talk to everyone, and I like to ask for money. So for $15, I get vendors to come and set up their spaces, and they make money too.
All right, this is one of those nice weekends. You can see the sun is out here shining on us. And as we're doing this particular show, how many vendors do you have this weekend?
31.
And you want to grow that to how many?
Maybe only 35. I don't know.
I thought she was going to say 131.
Exactly.
No,
Exactly.
I have to find more space, but we're looking to carve out more space. We like crafters, antiquers, collectible people, different kind of different candle business, beauty things, junk-teak.
I did look around before we started the show. I did walk, didn't I, Sandy? And I didn't see any fruit or vegetable vendors. Is any out here?
Oh, at this time, the fruit and vegetable vendors, Sherry knows, they're busy because it's their planting
This is their season.
Yes.
That's right. So everybody has to think about that thing. So I usually go and look for a fruit or a banana or some orange or something like that. We've got to talk about, I teased about the vendors having space in these buildings inside here, the studio and the antiques. And the vendors, if there's a list to get onto, that would be your waiting list to get here, because you have how many different vendors here?
Right now, I think we have about 30 some. I mean, they come and go, and that's just the permanent vendors. Then we have the consignment vendors that add to that. So
if I came to you and said I have some things that I would certainly like to sell and I would like it to be ongoing with you, first off, do I need to enter into like a year's agreement with you? Or?
Normally we do a 6-month lease. We like people to come and stay and experience our happy place, which I think we've all nicknamed this place our happy place. So 6 months, and then from there after it's month to month.
All right. And if I wanted to get on that list, how long would I have to wait, do you think?
Right now, yeah.
How long did you say, Sherry?
So for outside, it's pretty much immediate because you saw the yard. There's space availability is outside. For inside, it's at this point until somebody
Actually moves out or whatever, and you can't predict that really, can you?
No, we can't. Some of the artists, I think that if it's just one or two pieces, I think probably Sandy can.
You can help
We
manipulate
can
them?
always squeeze people in. I mean, the more stuff in here, the better.
All right. Well, you did point out some people that you had here. You've got your vendors here and everybody, and you have some shoppers that have come. So I'm going to meet your shoppers and see what they have before we wrap up this show. This is some of the shoppers. What's your name?
Ashley.
And?
Allie.
And?
Patrice.
And you come from where?
San Diego.
San Diego proper?
Encinitas.
Encinitas. So you're down along the coast there, Amtrak going along the ocean. And what brings you to the high desert? What brings you here?
Well, definitely to come up and do some shopping.
What kind of things have you looked for here in the past?
Furniture, plates. I mean, really anything. There's great stuff to hang on the walls.
What's the last thing you bought here at this? Still looking?
We're still shopping.
What would you buy if you had a chance, if you saw it today? That right thing. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for just about everything. I have a lot of stuff to put in my room, and
What's that perfect thing you're going to see today? If you see it, you're going to buy it.
Oh gosh, they have a telephone bench inside, vintage telephone bench that one of us has to leave with it.
So you're already eyeing that. Did you get a price on it already?
Yes.
Think we can get a discount for you today?
Well, I hope so.
I don't know. What are you looking for?
I actually came looking for a mirror, and I found a perfect, exactly what I wanted.
So that's what it's about when you come out here. We are at Smoketree Junction, and you can go to the website again. Sandy, give us the website.
Smoketree Junction Antiques.com.
Smoketree Junction Antiques. And the phone number is 868. That's area code 760. It's 868-8806. So you can get that. Call for information, and you're closed on Mondays.
Monday only, otherwise 10 to 6.
We're going to be right back to wrap it up. Kettle corn's out here during this big, it's fantastic what's going on out here today. Bluegrass music, I hear that in the background, and you right along with us. Don't forget to go to our website, check out all the shows at yououghtaknowtv.com. We'll be back to wrap it up simply because you ought to know. Stay with us. Well, that's going to put the wraps on another show, everybody. Jim Hall, you ought to know, from Smoketree Junction Antiques. The studio here, the antiques are here, the gardens are here, even some, listen, bluegrass music right there. It doesn't get any better than that. And you can come out and experience it too. Check out the website, SmoketreeJunctionAntiques.com. Better yet, if you want to call for information, the number is 760 868-8806. So glad you've joined us on this particular show. Check out our website, yououghtaknowtv.com, if you want more information, and you can watch all of our shows right there. And we enjoy you being with us right here, simply because you ought to know. See you next time, everybody.